Hey everybody, Ben Lansgard here. Today I wanted to share with you a common myth that is preached by the financial institutions and by a lot of gurus out there, and it has to do with average rates of return. We've all heard, put your money into the stock market, the S&P 500 or whatever index does an average of whatever it is every single year, and you're gonna have this big pile of money by the time you're done. So not going to deny that the market does have an average rate of return. We'll address that in another video and show what the average is over a period of time. But for today, I just wanted to show you that you can get a positive average rate of return and still lose money. And at the end of the day, are we worried about what our rate of return is, or are we more worried about having assets and having income when we want it and when we need it? I would guess that most people probably are more concerned about how much money they have, how available it is, and how they can turn that money into income. So we'll get into it. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and you can watch some more of these videos. So we're just going to use a really basic example. Let's say you have $100 and you get a really good investment and you make 100% on it. Now you have $200. Great, that's awesome, right? So year one, 100% rate of return, that's awesome. Then let's say next year you've got $200, but this time you have a loss of 60%. So first year, you have positive 100%. Second year, you have a loss of 60%, which is going to bring you down to $80. So to find our average rate of return in this area, you've got to take the 100% plus the negative 60%, which equals 40%. And then you take that number and divide it by 2, which is 20%. So if you were to look at this from a average rate of return perspective, you got a positive average rate of return of 20%. Pretty good. It's exciting. I mean, most people would be pretty happy about that. The only problem is at the beginning of the day, we started with $100, and at the end of the day, we have $80. So do average rates of return really matter when it comes to investing and what you're investing in? I would argue that it doesn't. Someone can tell you all day long that the market does an average rate of return of, I've heard people say 7, 8, 10, 12%. But what really matters is how much do I have in my account? How much can I use for income? And how is this going to help me live? So in another video, we'll go into the S&P 500 and what's the average that it has done, and unveil a few things with how average rates of return can be even more just tricky in how they're talked about. So hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe, please, and be sure to get notified for other videos coming out. Thanks.